Hey guys, today we're going to be playing Super Mario Brothers as requested by Patreon subscriber Jason Waite, which is a little time to showcase this little thing. So when you subscribe to the Nintendo online service thing, which is like $20 a year or $4 a month, I think is the price, this just kind of gets on your Switch. Like I think when you buy the thing, the subscription, which allows you to play like Smash Brothers online and stuff like that, or Tetris 99, which is a free thing you can download when you have that. This just kind of, I think this just downloaded as part of it. Like the subscription, when you purchase the subscription, this just is the thing you get. Let's take a look at that. So I spent an embarrassing amount of time sorting my games on this menu in preparation for this. To get all these games, which you can manually move around by hitting Y. That's X, damn it. There we go. You can sort them around and they like resize based on how many things are on that particular row. It's kind of a neat little system. So here we have a bunch of Mario games and Mario related games. I have 2 rows of those things. Kirby is kind of in Wario and Donkey Kong are just kind of in there. Yoshi. Then there's Zelda. There's Metroid. There's Ninja Gaiden, Double Dragon. A bunch of other classic games. Some less remembered classic games, maybe. A bunch of sports games, which all share a row because level of interest, maybe. Then these things. I was curious about these. These are like mods or cheats versions. I put them on the very, very bottom because they just kind of clog up the entire screen with duplicates of games. In this case, there's 3 Metroids. There's the one upstairs that we saw up top, and then 2 more SP versions of them. Generally speaking, as far as I can tell, these are basically save states. You launch one of these up, and you launch into a special example of something with no context. Well, like here, Dr. Mario. Uncover the ultimate truth after beating the game. In this special version of Dr. Mario, you're dropped in just before a rare scene that occurs only after clearing the game on level 20 at high speed. So these are basically cheats that let you see rare things, or let you play like Metroid with all of the gear unlocked, or other stuff like that. Like, that's what these generally are. Interesting that they have to be a separate thing or whatever, but okay. You cannot, as far as I can tell, you can't add or remove anything. It shows every game in the entire library, which you own all of at all times, just all in one big screen. But you can sort them, so at least that remedies that somewhat. So we're going to do Super Mario Brothers. So I have played this game probably before, but I don't know when, honestly. Oh, there's save states and all that. Okay. How do I actually start? Oh, start. I have to press start. Start? Oh, wait, do you have to press start in order to start the game at the beginning? There we go. Oh god, that's the run. Okay. Oh no. I would want to hold B and then press Y to jump, or hold A and press X to jump or something to run. But instead, run is B and Y, but A is jump. I guess I can hold Y and press A to jump. That'll kind of work. Okay. Just trying to figure out how to hold the run for the sake of that. Hey, come here. The Patreon subscriber thought this would be a good contrast because I'm playing Odyssey right now. Although if you haven't seen it, anybody in the audience, I have done a full series on Super Mario World showing how dreadful I am at especially 2D Marios. Although you get a demo of that here. I also played Unfair Mario at some point, which is kind of Mario but also bullshit, but also it's a Flash game, so I'm pretty sure it controlled like crap, or I was stuck playing it with like with WASD at the time. I think I eventually did join a key to just try to make it kind of playable. Fix me! I know, I should have been running because I was invincible. I actually don't know these levels. I think I did own a copy of this game because I think, like many people, I had the Mario... Oh, shit. I think I had the Mario Duck Hunt hybrid thing. But generally speaking, I am probably infuriating to watch. For those of you that grew up playing this game, because even though I grew up with a copy of this game, I did not play it, really. I played enough to have this song burned into my brain for my entire life, but that's about it. I played Ninja Gaiden significantly more, but I probably just played the first level a lot, because I don't think I was actually good enough to play into it any amount of time. I think I just played it a lot from the at the beginning. Because like if you're a kid, mindless repetition for large periods of time really isn't that much of a problem. I can't jump that high, I guess. Yeah. Is it coming back? Nope, nope. It's one of those... It's a NES game. If it's not on the screen, it doesn't exist. As shown by the fact that that guy was somehow there when the shell clearly went that way. Oh, oh god. Yes! Go off the cliff and die. Die. Oop. Piranha plants look sick. The color's all messed up. Are they okay? Can't go down, assuming down is down. Oop. I know about this! Yeah! Warp zone. Let's go to World 4. I don't know. Or Level 4? I don't know. Oh no, yep, that's World 4-1. Shit. Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. You're not doing so well, let's just skip to harder content. That's a smart thing that smart people do. Cool, let's just squander that immediately. Cool, a coin. Oh, there goes the first life. I lasted a little while. By my standards. You can't get me! I should have got the 1-up. I mean the mushroom. Wait, where are they oh, I didn't even see the Lakitu there. From my perspective, the Lakitu's color was blending, so I was like seeing the... From my going from peripheral, because almost like the Lakitu was in my blind spot or something. It felt like it felt like the shells were coming out of midair. This was a mistake. Can you tell that I'm somebody who runs a channel about puzzle games and RPGs? Oh. I have some trouble getting used to his motion. You have to press start to continue. No, A doesn't work. That's interesting. Having a start menu where you can only press A. I mean, you can only press start. Sometimes both work, but having only one work is a little strange. Specifically having that only be, I'm trying to concentrate on the jumping so I can't even finish my sentences. Because I'm somebody that has to concentrate on the basic jumping. Alright, come on. There we go. If you link this at Andrew, he'll get mad. Because he's the platformer boy who does the platforming games. Oh. In fact, between me covering this game and covering Tetris, I'm just covering stuff that will make Andrew mad. Funnily enough, I think one of the things that might be why I played this game less as a kid might have been the fact that you, right, there's the shoot button. I'm holding run constantly. It might have been the fact that you couldn't play together at the same time. There's a two-player mode in Mario games, the old ones, but you alternate. Like, you straight up just are playing single player, but every time you die, you see where the other person currently is. And my understanding is that, like, you'll have, like, a massive divergence of where you are. Like, I could finally die in, like, World 8, and then the person I'm playing with, it could be then, like, picking up his file in World 3, because that's where they left off when they last died or something. Like, it's a total trip. Yeah. Oh, that didn't work out. Haha! That was not in any way a smart move. Aha! You are defeated by my jumping. That's really all I have in store for you, though. No! Oh, my beautiful, beautiful... alright. Well, there goes that. And you can't go backwards, right? Oh, shit. Like, I can't go back and get it. And I'm... Alright. Oh, God. Yeah, if the game had better, or at least more real-time multiplayer, I actually might have had a chance to play it more as a kid. Because I had to share all my video games with my brother. So the two of... Oh, well, that was unfortunate. The two of us had to play games that we could play together, generally. Especially early on. So for us, the good purchase was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1989 for this. I think the Super Nintendo? Or maybe it actually might have been... No, it's probably the Super Nintendo. It had, like, sprites that had, like, enough detail that you'd have to be like, and here's the outline of the sprite, which NES graphics don't really have that level, where you're probably gonna have outlines and stuff like that. That'd be like half the pixels of the creature would be its outline. Oh. I'm just getting worse now. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something that never clicked for me about how Mario moves. His weird slidiness and his momentum that just fundamentally feels different to some other platformers. Because a platformer that did click for me when I played it was Rayman Legends. And Origins, I guess. The same, which are basically the same game, although... Oh, crap. Legends largely invalidates the point of having Origins, because Legends contains, I think, most of or all of the levels from Origins, but... Yeah, generally... Oh, God. The way that Rayman moved just, like, made sense to me. Wow, I didn't even make it to the warp point that I got to on my first life. Probably because I'm trying to come up with topics to talk about to cover the fact that I'm just dying in Mario a lot. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Speaking of Mario games we've covered, I forced Andrew to play Mario, New Super Mario Bros. U and Super Mario 3D World with me, which I think I eventually uploaded one or both of those on this channel, but if they're not, you can find them on the Sad Games, our old channel, which became his channel when my personal one took off. I'm like, that could be your solo channel now. And basically the core conceit was that was the fact that I was bad at these and he was really good at them, so it would just be agony for him. But also because Mario's still fun. I do find the later stuff more fun. The original Mario's movement is the most baffling to me of them all, compared to like 3D World and New Super Mario Bros. U, which I get. I understand that people complain about New Super Mario Bros. U as being, or all the New Super Mario Bros. Games as being like bad Mario games or something, which I can get on some level because they seem pretty bland. But it was fun for a little series at least, and Super Mario's 3D World was just a game I genuinely enjoyed. There's a really interesting compromise between the two types of Mario games, because usually there's 2D and 3D Mario games that are distinctly separate from each other, as far as I can tell. There's 2D Mario games that are platforming challenges, where you try to go, and your only goal is to get to the end of the game, more or less. Then there's 3D Mario games where you collect things, like 100 or so of something that is the core thing that you'd use to progress. And they're usually like a non-linear collecting adventure. They're more or less the same thing as what Banjo-Kazooie originally was. Like Mario 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey specifically, the ones I've actually played. And I've always enjoyed those games more, probably because I also really enjoyed Banjo-Kazooie as a kid. But it's not really, those games aren't really demanding platforming. They're kind of like an adventure of its own sort. These 3D mascot, adventure-y, old classic games. In order to get that, you have to like pixel perfect it. Yeah, I gotcha. I probably could have gone through the ceiling there, huh? Woohoo! Watch out. Watch out, everybody. Oh, wow. Good job, me. Here we go. Yeah! Let's go to World 3 this time. But specifically Odyssey, 3D World was like a hybrid of the two. Or at least it broke what felt like had been the rule, but maybe Galaxy was like this because I've never played Galaxy. It always seemed like the 3D games were these adventure-y, chill games, and the 2D games were these kind of intense platforming challenges, or at least by my standards. So 3D World being this platforming-oriented game was kind of a surprise for a game that was 3D. But it was a more constrained 3D, because like Mario 64 and Sunshine and Odyssey have really complicated movement. Like, the basics are basic, but Mario has a ton of freedom and a bunch of weird moves he can kind of chain together and do some real tricky stuff. Whereas... Oh, shit. The 2D Super Mario 3D World seemed to have, like, all the conceits of a 2D Mario game. Like, you play it from front to back in a somewhat linear fashion, but you can unlock secrets as you go. Oh god, watch out. Hammer Bros, stop. And you had the relatively constrained platforming of mostly just running and jumping, like you do in a 2D Mario game. And it had the thing that I would have liked as a child, which is the live multiplayer, which largely doesn't necessarily make sense, oh god, in the original Mario format, but it was a limitation for me at the time. Oh god. Don't immediately, don't take it from me. I need it. It's taking me a long time to get through this thought because I keep having to express brain power on playing the game. Oh god. I was off angle. Yay! Why do I try? But yeah, Odyssey felt like, 3D World felt like a weird exception. Because it was like this platforming challenge, linear-ish, simple controls Mario game, while being 3D. I think that was basically the idea, is like, despite seeming like a 3D game, and even being called 3D in its title, it was a super constrained form of 3D, where you had like an isometric camera, and there's a fixed camera angle that just kind of went on its own. Oh god. That pixel flicker. Aha! So is the trick. It's like, it's quite possibly my favorite Mario game so far, and it's, like, secretly the other type of Mario game than the one that's advertised as by name, at least. I think I was actually with Mario, I was with Andrew when the trailer first came out, and we were just like, that looks amazing. They kept showing all the features of it and how the playstyle was gonna feel, and it just looked like an incredibly fun game. It drew me in, even though I don't even play the series. And had largely not played a single platformer since Rayman Legends, and before that, who knows what the last platformer game was I played before Rayman Legends. An incredibly neglected genre. The only thing I play less than platformers is like real sports games. Or non-extreme sports games, I should say. Everything in the Tony Hawk vein, I'm into that. The combo sports games, or things that are like pulse-pounding action type sports games, but like I'm not into like hockey, soccer, football, other football, which is soccer. Oh god. It's easy to forget that I can shoot fireballs because it's the run button. Messes with me. I did it! I got the saddest reward. But like I had, like, it was all over Jet Moto, Tony Hawk. Speaking of Tony Hawk specifically, like we had the wakeboarding game. The one that was Tony Hawk style. Like that's where it went. Like we kept going and buying these extreme sports games where you could do the tricks and combos. We had SSX Tricky, the wakeboarding game I'll never remember the name of. That was interesting. Like you get pulled behind you're getting pulled behind a boat, which complicates the idea of trying to get combos. So it was some of the basic gameplay of Tony Hawk, but without the actual world design of Tony Hawk. Because the trick Tony Hawk's games have is that they're secretly like an exploration-based game. They're tricking you, and they're actually a game about exploring more so than direct Tony Hawking. You're trying to explore the map and see all the crazy tricks you have. Oh, fireballs just kill him? Thank you, Mario. Oh, and our princess is another castle. Shit. Oh no, I'm back to the place where I died. Well, this is going okay-ish for the moment. Yeah? What's up? Nope. Nope. Oh god, I hit like a 2 takes damages you. Ah. I'm sure it's because everything damages you ever, but I didn't think I had to be afraid about hitting the thing that I thought was basically in the background. Crap. Oh god. Blah. Is it? Oh. Game over again. Now it's like a contest of how many game overs can I get in one video. Yeah. Yeah, Tony Hawk games are basically about like exploring and finding secrets and like just breaking shit basically by grinding on it and stuff like that and figuring out the like you have these 2-minute runs to get these big combos and stuff like that, but paradoxically instead of just doing combos, the game wants you to like fulfill miscellaneous weird objectives that you have to explore to even figure out how to do, like getting the different skate letters and stuff like that. But then while you're exploring, you'll grind on the wrong thing and suddenly be like, oh my god, that billboard fell over and it exploded this place and boom, the level's twice as big now. And that change ends up carrying over after that run. And suddenly you've permanently changed the level. It's like, it was always a weird mishmash of this like two-minute run speed thing you were doing, but you were actually trying to use that time to get these glimpses of the world and unlock things in it and stuff like that. Whereas the wakeboarding game was inherently not like that because you're just being dragged linearly behind a boat. So instead you were surfing back and forth on the wake behind the boat and trying to do jumps off of that and combo. Oh wow, I just moved my hand and completely lost track of... I started using the opposite side of the controller that doesn't have the jump button on it, because there's 4 face buttons but only one of them jumps. Usually Mario games give you 2 jump buttons and 2 run buttons nowadays. Because they realize that there's just like superfluous buttons, so they duplicate them. So you can just hold it comfortably however you want. But I think I remember the challenge of the game being like that you had to find Tony Hawk style combo routes through the level, but via the linear, like almost shooter-like linear place. It was a different thing. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about so much other stuff all the time. Probably because Mario's like treaded territory with not a lot to talk about, crossed with the fact that I also am dying and replaying the same levels. So it's extra retreaded territory. What? Oh, that was weird. He like stopped moving. I'm not sure what happened there. I was like I pressed the run button and they stopped instead of going faster. I have no idea. Hi, I would like fire flower, please. Yes, I will now do a mass murder. No, the screen. Yes. Why does turning white make me shoot fireballs? Nobody knows. NES games were nuts. And the games, and older games were even more nuts. There's something that always surprised me about Mario. Platforms have like a curved hitbox where you do this. Like, you don't just hit your head all the time. If you're on the edge, you weirdly, like, loop around. Which I think is to help people platform better by not getting their heads stuck on stuff all the time. But it does the opposite for me because I'm constantly trying to hit the boxes on purpose, but then I can't because my character keeps sliding around them weirdly. It's always been the eternal struggle for me. Get out of here. Nobody saw that happen. Definitely not like 1,000 people or anything. Oh shit. Oh. I tried to feather it left to like not go too far, and then I was like, well, now I'm feathering it, now I'm pushing it back too hard, and that's unnecessary, so I kind of leaned forward again. And leaning forward again made me just go off the ledge. And before I could even finish that subject, I died again. Okay. Okay, this is probably the last one. You know what, let's play the game correctly this time. I've done all 3 warp pipes. Let's not. Why did I skip the mushroom? What is wrong with me? Bloop, 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 bloop. Fix me. There we go. I did it. Nope. Alright. Oh yeah, the jump sound changes pitch based on your size. I guess I probably knew about that already. I've probably recognized that before. Just what I was thinking about in the moment. They make a point to get you into the pipe quickly, huh? Like, it's a brand new game and a brand new franchise coming out of nowhere, and they're like, hey, what if we immediately got weird? Literally the second level is a different palette and everything. Kind of breaks the, what is sometimes like maybe a rule of 3s or something, where like, sometimes you like, sort of establish a status quo of the same thing repeating. And then you switch over finally to the, going on to the next state. After they kind of get used to the previous thing. It's like, whoa, what's this crazy new thing? But like, this is the second level? You don't know what if you're playing this brand new, especially back in the day, like, you don't even have a preconceived notion of what Mario's like. They just, like, ran straight into it. There seems to have been a previous Mario game. Specifically because another one of them is shown on the other screen. Like, this is Super Mario Bros. Oh, I was gonna not do this, and then I did it. Crap. Oh well. Should I get further than ever before then? Yeah, there was like a Mario Brothers that was not Super Mario Brothers. Not gonna lie, I always thought this was the first game ever. Not ever, I mean the first Mario game. So that came as a surprise to me. Maybe I'll preview that when I die. To round out the half hour. Oh boy. Instead of replaying this yet again. I'm making it work at the moment though. Screw that guy. I'm not getting any coins or any stars or anything special, but as long as I don't take a hit, I'm good. I just beat the level, didn't I? Yeah, still can't get the 1-up. Somehow you're supposed to jump higher. I guess maybe I'm pressing it slightly too soon. But the one time I tried to press it later, I ran off. Oh, we're going back underground. I like how they feel the need to have an establishing shot. We can't have, like, Mario just show up and... Oh! That's a really tiny platform! We can't just have Mario show up underground suddenly with no context. We gotta show this little establishing cutscene. Ooh, non-interact... Oh! You can't make that jump in one jump. Cool. Like, that's a cutscene. It's a little weird to think about it, right? Like, an old Mario game having a cutscene, necessarily. That's more or less what that is. It's a cinematic, non-interactive, in-engine cutscene. Like, it's not pre-rendered, and it doesn't cut away to a different perspective. It's the equivalent of that of the intro of many, oh god. It's the equivalent of the intro of many, like, immersive world shooters, where, like, the game's still in first person, and people are talking at you, and you're kind of on a rails and can't control your character. That's kind of more or less the equivalent, because, I did try to press left instead and land on that platform. Anyway, about done trying to justify that thought process. Oh wait, I have to do this. There we go. What are you? Oh, it's an arcade game. Oh! What's wrong with his face? What's wrong with him? Oh my god, my movement is so wrong. Oh, his physics is so it's horrible. So this is the one, this is the level this is that level from Smash Brothers. All the way down to the looping and everything. And the, yeah, the pixels and everything. Wow, yeah. Oh god, his movement is horrible. It's a nightmare. I think I had this game. I might have, or it might have been... I don't think it was this bad, though. I think there was a later Mario game, like Mario and some kind of Mario and Luigi game that reused this in some capacity, and I think I played that. I don't like it when they sit on their back. When they sit on their back, they look like the thing from Eraserhead. Ew. Anyway, this has been a couple Mario games. Thanks for watching like always, guys. See you next time.